Hello friends, welcome. Here today to do a healing demonstration for you of hands-on healing so you can see all the different positions we use. I'm here with Alex.
Hello.
And we're going to give you a nice, lovely session, but we'll only be doing it quickly because it's just showing you the hand positions. And that's it, nice and relaxed now. Just taking a couple of deep breaths. And as you breathe out, really relax and let go. That's it, well done. I call upon the Reiki to join me. And I call my spirit healing guide, Suling, a master guide, to help me in this healing. And I can't actually say the symbol's name, the master symbol, because Alex isn't a Reiki healer. And these are the secret symbols of Reiki. So this is the master symbol. I'm just pushing it into the aura to allow it to open the aura for the healing. Slowly closer, gently pushing it into the crown chakra. And down on through all the chakra into her energy body of this Reiki Master ART healing, which has got a lot more hand positions. So I call this Reiki hand positions ART, which is advanced Reiki treatment. And just start with your hands on the side, fingers pointing towards the back of the head and your palms over her crown, allowing that energy to freely flow within her, wherever it wishes to go. I mean, Reiki too, it takes a little time to build up the energy, but with Reiki Masters, the flow's instant. So I can feel heat building up in her crown, flowing down into her. I can feel it going into her head. Okay, just ground and protect. So you see yourself as Earthen Core, a stick, you can put your roots down out in the grass outside, act like a grounding stick and ground Alex. Just preparing her for the healing. Just letting that white light of energy from Reiki come down and surround her and fill her. So she's nice and protected and grounded. That's it. So, my first position of the advanced Reiki treatments, same as Reiki 1, hands over the head. And I spend about 10 minutes, I do quite often, just healing the head, because whatever problems the person's got, they're all reflected in the mind, aren't they? So you can have something hurting your foot and you're still suffering it in the mind. So whether it be physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual, energetic body, it's still all reflected in the mind. So getting them nice and relaxed by healing their mind for quite a long time, and you're saying a good 5 minutes, probably 7 to 10 minutes better, that you're really getting them nice and relaxed and receptive. The more relaxed a person is, the more receptive to the healing they will be. Right, I'm just quickly demonstrating these hand positions. Now, Reiki 2's there, the next hand position, but my next hand position is one hand over the crown, one over the brow for the advanced Reiki treatment. So you're doing the crown chakra and the third eye chakra. If women have got nice hair, or men, they don't want to walk out of a Reiki session looking like a scarecrow because they're probably going off to do something else. So if they've got a nice hairdo, just keep your hands off a bit. heal them with hands-off healing. About an inch away from, you can just be touching their hair. So you don't have to put your hands on always. Because I've been for healing, so I've come away looking like Wurzel Gummidge. Okay, this hand on the third eye now, the other hand over the eyes and face and mouth, letting it just flow where it wants to go. We don't want to determine where it's got to go, do we? And Reiki knows best. Just let it flow where it wants to go, and it will go all over the place. As her energy being, putting energy into her, it will naturally flow quickly through a whole being and heal the whole being. So the Reiki Master symbol contains all the other symbols. They're all within it, incorporated with it. So you don't ever have to use more than that. But if you've got something really bad, you can sign the Reiki Master symbol in there and put more power on. Or you can use, as I quite often do, the Reiki 2 symbol. So just with the mind, I'm just going to do a Reiki sandwich, which is power symbol, mental emotional symbol, power symbol. So that's a Reiki sandwich. Power symbol in front, mental emotional in the middle, power symbol behind it, and that superempowers it with the power symbol to be more potent. And again over the heart as well, you can do the same. Just power symbol, let that float down into the heart chakra. Okay, next hand position on the throat. And be careful with anybody that's got abuse or anything like that, because I don't like being held around the throat sometimes. And a nice light touch when you're healing the throat. Don't put your hand on too heavy. And then top of the chest, hands off healing over the bosoms, because we don't touch any sensitive areas. That's flooding down into the heart chakra, but it's flooding everywhere in our chest cavity to all our organs, heart, lungs. And we're not dictating that, we're letting Reiki do that, but we have intent to want to heal that area or anywhere else inside them where it wants to go. Don't restrict it. And I get people when I'm healing their head can feel it in their feet more than anywhere sometimes, or they're healing down on their legs and they're feeling it in the head because Reiki's going where it wants to go because it knows best. So the next hand position is sacral and solar plexus. And I move down to the solar plexus and over the root chakra, hands off. So we don't heal over the bosoms, no hands on there. We don't put hands on the inner thighs, pelvis area, posterior, the back of the legs we don't heal. Keep hands off healing down there. You can heal the bottom of the legs. Okay, outside of the thighs you can heal. And I move around my clients a lot in this. On the knees, on the shins, on the ankles, on the back of the feet. Don't touch the feet myself because of the amount of bacteria and stuff we get in shoes. Just cleanse them off and throw it away, brush it away. Okay, then I'm going to do the arms. Then the wrist and top of the hand. The shoulders. I'm staying this side. Normally I come around to do that side, which I might have to in a minute. And the shoulder and elbow. And next you're spending 2 to 5 minutes in each of these positions. I'm just doing a quick demonstration of it, hand positions. Okay, and then side of the rib cage on the hip. Next hand position is on the thigh and in the waist. And then I just come round, shoulder and elbow. And wrist, top of the hand and elbow, just letting the Reiki flow where it wants to go. I'm just going to scan her now. So that's the front hand positions. Just looking for any change in the energy. Heat, coolness, tingles, wind-like sensations, could be anything. The solar plexus a bit. Right, I'm going to demonstrate this on the solar plexus, just give it a little healing first. So it's just a bit clogged up, and they do get clogged up, you know. I suspect if somebody healed me now, I have clogged up chakra and I'm self-healing and doing all sorts. Okay, one of my techniques here is that if I want to get some dark energy out of there, is that I circle my hand round towards my thumb. So if it was this hand, you'd go the other way because it's more comfortable. But because I'm right-handed, I go this way. So if you're left-handed, the other direction. And what I'm doing is just drawing that negative energy up into my hand because I'm going to pull it out. So you grab hold of that once you've got it up into your hand. You start drawing that negative energy out. And it can have tendrils connected to it that go to other parts of the body, and you just keep pulling it out until you think they've got them all out. Just a few more, that's it, and it's out. Then what you do is throw it behind you and brush your hands off. That feels clear now. So just seal in. When you take something out, always put something back, so you seal white Reiki energy into that area, just to replenish it. And just scan again. So I had somebody that had fibrosis that they'd had operated on their womb, and it was difficult drawing enough of that energy up and out. So what I did is I extend my fingers and make them much longer spiritually, and I actually put them like this and went into the body underneath it, and I put my hands and cupped it inside their body and cupped my fingers around it inside their body, deep inside their body, and I pulled it up, pulled it up, pulled it up, and I pulled it out, all the dark, stagnant and depleted energy around it, pulled it out like this, chucked it away, and afterwards they said, when you pulled that out, I felt it hit my stomach wall lining, so it pulled it up, so yeah, and she felt a lot better after that. So that's it, we've done the scanning and that. So now we want to seal in. We seal into the solar plexus now, but we're going to get her to turn over first. Okay, if you could just turn over. Just get yourself nice and comfy. With older people, you might want them just to turn over on their side so you can just heal their back and the back of their legs. And they're turned over. So, or you can get them to sit up on the side of the bed. You can just heel down their back then when they're sat on the side of the bed, just for comfort. If you do have anybody with a bad back, put a pillow under when they're laying on their back, looking up. Put a pillow under here and a pillow under here to support their legs. It saves them getting a backache, because these beds, these therapy beds, are notorious. If you've got a bad back, it will make it a lot worse. So yeah, so always have some pillows about, or cushions. Okay. Right, now hand on the crown again and on the back of the neck or back of the head. So, and the shoulders. And I do a bit of dry bathing, which is just pulling any negative residues off the body and just brushing them off behind me. And you ask for them to be taken away. You can do that on the front, more difficult there. So just brush her off, working your way down over the shoulders. So you just find the positions you feel comfortable with. So these are the different positions. No lower than that. In the small of the back. Hands off, healing over the posterior. Hands off, healing over the back of the legs here. Once you get to the knees, you can put hands on, healing again. And then just keep going down. And just heal. Now there's loads of meridian points in the feet that extend up into the body, so give them a nice 2-minute healing or longer, because they go to a lot of different organs. This is where, reflexology and that does a lot of good with the meridians as well, but Reiki works very well with them too, because meridians are the energy highways of the chi energy or ki energy that flows around our body and re-energizes all the parts and all the cells of the energy body that pass on. So Reiki goes into their energy body, into their spirit, and then it transmutes and passes on to heal the physical body. Now when you heal somebody, especially when you're pulling something out, they can often feel greater pain. If you're pulling something out of the mind, they will feel it, or they have big dark releases that come. And if you're healing and suddenly feel a spark of energy hit your hand, quickly brush it off behind you. You don't want to take that through you if you can avoid doing so. So, okay, that's it. Just scanning again. Okay, small of her back where she's had her injuries, pretty good now. Just give it a little bit of additional. Just on the crown again. And at the end of the healing, to help it last longer and stay in their body longer, we just seal in. So the power symbol, I can't say its name verbally, I have to just quietly say it in my mind. And this is level with the solar plexus, and it seals in the healing so it stays in the body for longer. And you can heal on the rib cage, on the waist for this advanced treatment, from the front or back. You can heal in those positions. Okay, just going to close it down to a normal level. Whoop. Just closing her chakra, closing her energy body, her spirit to a normal state. So she doesn't go walking away open, picking up everybody's thoughts up in the supermarket. Okay, now smooth the aura where you've had your hands in it. Just smoothing the aura. And you can either ground her now by holding the ankles or on the shoulders again. I'll just do shoulders as I'm on camera. Just grounding her back to the earthly connection, back to the here and now, back to the present moment. And that's it, friends. So just as a Reiki master, you're free to adapt to your own hand positions, but a methodical approach of some sort, that's what you want. So yeah, take it the place you want to take it though. Because as a Reiki master, you have the right to experiment and test things out and change the way you heal. Reiki 1 and 2 should do it more or less the way they're given in the manuals, but Reiki masters can keep developing these things. Okay, did you feel any of that, did you? That was good. Well done. Welcome back, friends. Hope you enjoyed those demonstrations, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.